you know, they always say the devil works hard, but Kris Jenner works harder.
Mm-hmm.
Is Taylor Swift actually working hardest of all? Because did she somehow get Brooklyn Beckham to drop all this, given that tomorrow is when the text messages are going to be released between Taylor and Blake?
Yes. Yeah. I know.
So much
I know.
happening. Oh,
I know.
it's a great time to be in our line of work.
It's a great time to be a historian. Well. Do I look rested? Do I look endowed with the sun?
Endowed with the sun. Honestly, you do have a slight golden glow.
Mm-hmm.
You know what someone wrote under our most recent YouTube video episode?
Oh,
They
no.
said, I think Chandler is really blooming.
Oh, really?
Yeah. People are taking note of your new hair color. And you did look stunning in that recording, and you look beautiful today. But Chandler, why are you glowing? Share with the audience.
Everyone, I got back from my beach vacation this morning at like 3 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
But I was able to sleep in, thankfully. And yeah, we, went away for the weekend. We went to Guana Island. Ben and I, we were celebrating the fact that we've been together for 5 years. It's not our 5-year wedding anniversary. Don't get confused.
No one's confused.
People might think that. Because a love like ours, it's timeless. It's like everlasting. So it looks like we've been together forever.
I think it's more that you talking about your wedding felt like an eternity. So the idea that you guys could be married for 5 years actually would seem short to a lot of people.
Don't start with me. 18 carousels or however many posts you did about your wedding.
So you went to Guana Island for your 5-year anniversary.
Yes.
Are you celebrating also your wedding anniversary? And are we going to get another set of posts from both of you for that moment?
I've promised my husband and our budget that we will not be taking a wedding anniversary trip.
Okay, so if the budget allows, though, there could be 2 anniversaries per year. It's very Heather Dubrow of you.
It is.
Do you know that she celebrates not only their wedding anniversary, but the anniversary of their first blind date?
Oh, okay, which is literally what we were celebrating, because from our blind date, from our first date, it's been on. So it's not even when we became boyfriend and girlfriend. Literally our first date was January 16th.
That is very Heather and Terry coded.
Anyway, and I feel like Heather gave me permission to do that, because she'll always say, "Oh, we've been together, we've been married, 20, but together for 27."
Yeah.
Because that's, it's a sizable difference, and you want to say, we've been together for quite a while.
Heather Dubrow contributed a lot to our culture and a lot to, she's given us permission to do so much in this life.
So much.
So we have much to thank her for.
But I will say, I've been waiting to just tell you a little bit about my trip.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was lovely. I mean, Guana Island remains the top. The best.
Just so everyone knows, when Chandler and I have delightful conversations with each other, when we, are catching up, so much of it is truncated by, okay, this I can tell you, but this I can only tell you on the pod. So I'm super excited to hear the podcast exclusives, which were denied to me during our earlier conversations.
Anything funny that happens to me, I'm not going to be able to tell you anymore in our casual conversation. Our texting is strictly business, basically. We never text about anything funny, because we talk about it basically only on the pod.
But do you know why that is?
Why?
Because I cannot fake a laugh. You are really good, and you're also a generous laugher.
I am a generous laugher.
If I don't think something's funny, I just can't fake it.
You kind of you do one of these,
it is bad.
It's bad.
So that's why we really have to save it for the organic moment.
And you can't really you can't fake it at all. You can't do it a second time. If I mess up the joke the first time,
it's over.
Oh God. Okay. So everyone pray for me. Anyway, nothing crazy happened. It is really just the most sublime vacation. It's the most restful place. It is just, there's structure to it, but there's also, it's just extremely peaceful, extremely restful. And it also happens to draw a geriatric crowd.
That is correct.
Because of its peace and its rest. It's for people who are in the winter of their life. What is it? I always get it confused.
The winter of their life. That is a phrase people use for, the winter, I think, is the end.
Yeah, it's always confusing to me, because it feels like the winter is also the beginning. It's January.
Spring is when things bloom, but winter is when things die.
That does make sense. Anyway, so it draws an older crowd. And we actually made some great friends while we were there. Some friends we're in a group chat with now.
Okay.
Who are a little bit closer to our age, who are more on, in our same demo.
I'm waiting for the funny part.
Okay. Getting to the funny part. The first time we get there, this is when we're meeting everybody for the first time, because everybody, just so you know, when you go to eat there, you can either choose to sit alone or you can choose to sit with other people. And before dinner, there's an hour-long cocktail hour where you can go get drinks, have a little snack.
Can I set the stage a little bit for people?
That's what I was doing.
You have been doing an okay job. I want to paint a broader picture because a lot of
Okay.
people will say, "You always talk about Guana Island. Where should I stay when I go there?" And it is only one place.
Well, I think I said that on Instagram a couple weeks ago. So people are like, "What hotel do you stay at?"
okay. Well,
Anyway,
it is one place. Guana Island is itself a hotel on a private island. The hotel owns the island.
Yes.
It's 35 rooms only. Or
the island
no,
owns the hotel. I don't know how it works.
no, no. Okay. Anyway, it is. There's only one place to stay because that's what it is. Guana Island is
Yes.
the hotel.
Guana Island is the name of the island and also the name of the
The
hotel.
hotel is the island.
Yes.
Anyway,
Hotel equals island.
exactly. And it's, oh gosh, we really could be spokespeople for this place because we have gone a lot and we do love it. But it's 35 people max. It's not 35 rooms. I think it's only like 12 or 15
Yes.
rooms. It's a very small
Mhm,
amount of people.
mhm.
And yes, there's like, there's a cocktail hour, then there's dinner, and you can sit
And-
with other people. And so, anyway,
Can I paint a picture too?
please?
Because you were also doing just sort of an okay job. I think one important thing, see how rude that is? One important thing to mention is that all of the meal times are structured. So it's not like you just order room service throughout the day and you can just constantly order from the bar menu or
Right.
whatever. There's like breakfast is from this time, lunch is from this time, dinner is from this time. It's all at the same place. Everyone goes to the meal times together, whether you sit with other people or privately. It's up to you. So anyway,
Okay,
is the scene
let's
set? Has the
get-
picture been painted?
Let's get off. How
It's like
real-
when I'm painting a picture, you've always got complaints. I never complain when you're painting a picture.
Let's just move forward from how meal times are organized on Guana Island. Like, please.
You told me that people, you know what? It's really rich. Moving along, I'm just going to share with everybody 2 quick things that happened
Please do.
as we are getting to know these people. And, there's something about being the thirstiest person on the island. Like, I was absolutely the person using the self-timer camera the most, out of anybody there.
Well, when we first went there, if you'll remember, this is when you decided you wanted to wear a rhinestone naked mesh dress to dinner.
Yeah.
And it's just absolutely not the place for that kind of garb.
Everybody is an Eileen Fisher.
Yeah. It's 100% post-sexual separate.
Yeah. So it's you and I have both brought insane outfits, gone down to cocktail hour, taken photos, and then very quickly gone back up to our rooms to change into, parachute pants or whatever.
Let's land this plane.
Everyone, please take note of the fact that when I am talking, I am getting ridiculed to land the plane. But when Lauren talks,
But then I
don't.
interrupt you. And then I'm like, wait, this interruption isn't interesting.
Yes.
Sorry. Please continue.
Okay, whatever. I will just say that we're interacting with new people all the time. I'm not usually interacting with people who are, in several tax brackets higher than me.
Yeah.
That doesn't always happen for me.
Right.
And okay,
Well,
so the first, do you got to paint the picture some more, or can I get into it?
Okay, no, you just keep going. I'm getting
Okay,
lost
so-
in the weeds. And everyone is just like, can you shut up about Guana Island and talk about Brooklyn Beckham? I'm going to attempt to do that very soon. We both will.
The first thing that happened is I was talking to this older gentleman from the UK. There were a lot of Brits there this time. And he's telling, we're asking where he lives. Do you live in London? No, he lives outside, lives in central England. And then he says, we live in a really old house. We live in a house, that was built in the 1700s. And I'm like, oh, so cute, a little cottage, love it.
Mhm.
And then we're just like meandering through the conversation. And he happens to drop that the house is 10,000 square feet.
Okay.
So everybody,
it's a castle.
A castle,
Mhm.
1700s, 10,000 square feet.
Yes.
And I can't be my normal self because my normal self would have said like,
How
oh,
does-
so do you live in a castle?
How does he casually drop this? This doesn't seem very like old money, chic of him. It seems a little nouveau
I think,
riche.
I think
Did you ask him if he recently came into money?
I did not. Okay. So that was the first moment for me where I was like, I'm really out of my depth here.
Mhm.
And I think whenever I'm interacting with people like that, I'm just, I don't know. I feel very
Yeah, you're like,
lame.
when is the jig going to be up that they shouldn't be?
Yes. Well, I guess then later on in the conversation, Ben was telling him about my job. And then later on in the night, he went, influencer. Influencer.
No.
Yes.
the Brit
To
did.
me. To me.
Which we don't consider ourselves influencers.
We
by the way.
don't. We absolutely.
We
He
are
was like, I've never met
podcasters.
one of those before. With my terrible accent. And anyway, it was mortifying. It was a little bit mortifying. Okay. The other thing that happened is that I was talking to this other lovely woman 3 days later on in our trip. And I'm just really not used to talking to, I don't know, you're just talking with strangers and you're just, you end up doing a lot of just like, totally, that's so crazy, just agreeing, nodding along.
Okay.
So cut to me And she's telling me about her life's work and that she wanted to be an architect. That was like her dream. Once again, these are people who I'm just like usually not rubbing, elbows with.
Wait, she was telling you her life's work is to
Her
she is an architect.
Well, she was telling me about her life's work, but she was
Okay.
telling me that her dream was to be an architect.
Okay.
But
She has not fulfilled
she
her dream.
ended up having to run the family foundation.
Class. Was she an NRG? A
don't know.
non-registered guest?
But please just know that I was disassociating at this point because I have no idea what I'm talking about, because she starts to launch into how hard it is to run the family foundation. And
I bet it's a lot of work.
Because she's talking about how like there was all these rivalries between her siblings, and just, she's like, it's just like a total nightmare running a private foundation. And I was just like, absolutely, no, I totally.
She's like, people don't understand how when you have a lot of assets, it's actually a lot of responsibility. It's a full-time job just managing your own money. I say that to people all the time.
I didn't even realize how much I was just like trying to tread water until later that night. Ben was like, yeah, so tell me more about how running a private foundation is a total nightmare.
Because you're just like, oh,
No,
I've been there, girl.
I think I literally said, yeah, it's a total nightmare.
Stop. Wow. Okay.
Anyway, so I've probably been found out, and they're
Yeah.
glad I'm off the island.
Yeah, she's Googled you. She's realized you realized you're a total fraud.
And honestly, when I say, oh, I have a podcast, it doesn't, I don't know,
It doesn't
land.
scream ultra rich.
It doesn't scream successful at all.
No.
So anyway, it was
actually the worst.
a peaceful, restful, and humbling trip. I will say, being in those conversations, I realized how much I value being around real people who talk about just everything on the, everything that's on the table.
Well, okay, but let's be real for one moment on this show. Is it ever appropriate to discuss like the woes of running your family's foundation?
What do you mean? You think that was her being real?
I know. I just think that's a little out of touch.
Yes.
So I don't think it's actually on you. I think it's on
No,
her.
I agree. I don't think it's my fault.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I realize how most of these people, like the way that they run in conversations, and how it's just it's a lot. So but anyway, everyone, I empathize deeply with everyone running their family foundation. It's a total nightmare.
Oh, it is a total nightmare. And you know what, Chandler, thank you so much for bringing those gorgeous tales.
Oh, last little tale.
Okay.
Quickly from my flight story. This is just something that's a little crazy. So we flew to from Tortola, the island, to Miami, and then Miami to New York. And as we're getting off the flight from Tortola to Miami, we're leaving the gate or whatever, leaving the gangway, I don't know, ship, plane, whatever.
Gangway.
You're supposed to go through customs, right?
Yeah.
But instead they accidentally opened all of the doors and just let everybody out into the airport.
Stop.
And they didn't realize it. Thankfully, we were on the very, in the very last row of seats. So as we're literally the last people are exiting the plane, someone's like, I think the woman thought it was Toronto. That still would be international. And she's like, no, it's Tortola. And she's like, oh my God, 51 passengers in the airport. And the crazy thing is that all these people are now going to regular baggage claim.
They thought people from Toronto were not international?
I don't know. This person was not dealing with a full deck. Whoever opened the doors was very confused.
Yeah.
But, we had to go to a special baggage claim to get our bags to then go back through customs.
Mm-hmm.
And so they all these people out into the regular airport.
So they went to the wrong baggage claim.
I'm sure. I was
just thinking, oh, they're scot-free. They don't have to go through immigration.
Well, and that's what I thought too. I was like, wait, what happens for people who are just landing in Miami? It's their final destination.
Yeah.
They never have to go through customs. Like, do the police chase after them? And then when we got on our connecting flight, they stopped us and they were like, did you go through customs?
Oh, wow.
Thankfully, we did. But anyway, I thought that was a little crazy.
That is crazy. You never really hear of things like that going wrong. Like, there's always procedures at customs and, when you're crossing borders from land to land.
It's literally a matter of a door being open or closed. And because this door was open, everyone was just like, all right, we'll just go in through this door back into the full airport, back in,
Well,
crazy
thank you
stuff.
for bringing us along on that journey.
You're so welcome. Happy to be here. Happy to be recording about the stuff that actually matters, the important stuff.
The Brooklyn Beckham feud with his parents. I mean, do we just dive right into that?
I think so. I think that's top of everyone's mind.
I just gotta say, you know what? Gossip is, sadly, but for better or for worse, it is our work. Okay, our work is discussing gossip, and sometimes when the gossip is a little light, our work can be harder.
Yeah.
So I just want to say I thank Brooklyn Beckham for putting food on our table today, because wow, are we about to eat? Are we about to feast? Okay.
Thank you to Nicola.
Thank you to Nicola.
No, it's Nicola.
I know.
Don't do that to me. No, I thought about the fact that we've like said a lot of shit about them.
Have we?
Yes.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, and I don't know, we now have it all laid out before us.
And I want to
I love it when you put your hand up to silence me.
No, I'm not silencing you. I'm just this is a dramatic flourish. Like the thing I'm about to say, I really want you and the listeners to pay attention to.
Okay.
When we were on a recent
That doesn't feel like someone trying to silence you.
Okay. Everyone. When we were on a recent trip,
It's much better.
I have to obfuscate details. I learned something about Taylor Swift that I found out for a fact that virtually everyone has wrong. Okay?
Do I know this?
You do. And I'm not going to give any more details. You're going to be like, you can't say that. We have to take it out.
Okay.
So Chandler's way more
Actually, I have
Spanish
no clue what you're talking about.
than me. So when this happened, and I realized that and this is not that she's gay, everyone. She's not gay. She's not. All the gaylers, I'm sorry, but you really need to check yourself into your local mental institution. But okay. Anyway, long story short, when I realized that this prevailing theory was so dramatically wrong, the earth shook beneath me because what I realized, and I said this to everyone, I said, you guys, there are things we don't know.
Oh yes, this was your big breakthrough.
Yeah.
I don't remember what you're even talking about, but I just remember you being like, you looking at the sky and just like, there are things we don't know.
I was questioning my entire grip on reality. I assume it would be like what all of us would feel like if we discovered we were living in a simulation. It's just like you thought you were doing one thing, and then all of a sudden, all the rules of physics change. And anyway, crazy. So
I only mock you because I actively believe that there is a lot we don't know.
Yeah, and
about celebrities.
Courtney said to me, she's like, "Yeah, no shit. There's a lot we don't know."
Yeah.
Okay.
These are two people, Courtney and myself, firmly rooted, like grounded
in reality.
In reality.
So, all's to say, dear friend Marin, friend of the pod, she texted in the group thread and she said, "There's a lot we do know." Okay, Lauren is not totally incorrect.
Yeah.
There is a lot we actually know. Like the Victoria Beckham dance, which we'll get to. But the idea that dance was such a problem and it like ruined their wedding. Like Chandler, we knew that.
We
knew.
Guys, remember when we talked about the Mark Anthony moment? The most beautiful woman in the room? But I thought
that was like I was exclusive.
I was reporting on that, believing it to be true, but not knowing. So then the fact when I saw that those words were confirmed on my screen yesterday, you know, I'm working off 3G service yesterday in the airport, the Tortola airport, reading this. And I'm like looking at Ben. I'm like, do you have full bars? Can you look up Brooklyn Beckham's Instagram? Oh my God. And he was like aghast, like he was locked in reading it because there was just so much truth confirmed to us.
And I think it makes me feel a lot better about our life's work, which is less gossip and more uncovering history as it unfolds in real time.
Truth tellers.
Yeah. We're historians, but on a daily basis of the current time.
We absolutely are historians.
And
you want to know why we're historians? Because I don't know if this happens to you, but people will say to me, what's going on with X celebrity? Come on, podcaster. Come on, celebrity gossip person. And you know what? 99.9% of the time, I can fucking answer.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm a historian.
Absolutely. That is why you are a historian, Chandler. And as we have discussed the history of the Beckham family, we've actually been discussing things that really were going on behind the scenes. So, should we read this statement in full, or do you have more to say before we get there?
No, I think let's read it in full. Let's consult the good word of Instagram story, black box, white text.
I put my shoulder to the wheel and I posted it to our grid.
I saw that. I was like, somebody should be doing something with this on our account. When I saw it.
And that was me.
Okay. It was a travel day.
Okay, so this is what Brooklyn posted. He says, "I have been silent for years and made every effort to keep these matters private. Unfortunately, my parents and their team have continued to go to the press, leaving me with no choice but to speak for myself and tell the truth about only some of the lies that have been printed. I do not want to reconcile with my family." Let's all remember, it had just been reported that Brooklyn wanted to reconcile through attorneys, but he didn't want his parents poking at him on social media.
Yes, it was like let's talk about this through attorneys.
But he's setting the record straight. Okay. He's saying, I do not want to reconcile with my family. I'm not being controlled. I'm standing up for myself for the first time in my life. For my entire life, my parents have controlled narratives in the press about our family. The performative social media posts, family events, and inauthentic relationships have been a fixture of the life I was born into. Recently, I have seen with my own eyes the lengths that they'll go through to place countless lies in the media, mostly at the expense of innocent people to preserve their own facade. But I believe the truth always comes out. Anything here you want to get into?
I mean, I think the biggest thing is I do not want to reconcile with my family.
Well, not only that, but okay, he's basically calling their relationship bullshit, right?
Yeah. Yes.
He's saying
it's
the
fake.
inauthentic relationships have been a fixture of the life I was born into. So all of the like Victoria and David, he's cleaning the grill.
Yeah.
They're dancing to Dolly Parton. He's calling BS. And you know what? I believe it. Okay.
You think he's literally like referencing his parents' marriage?
Yes.
Yeah.
100%. Listen, I'm not saying that they actually don't live in the same house and they're not really married and it's totally fake. What I'm saying is that David Beckham is 100% a cheater.
Yeah.
He was a cheater, and that is just a fact.
Yep.
And I don't believe the cheating really probably ever stopped.
Yeah.
And he probably is privy to that and thinks that it's all a load of BS.
Well, and I think we've been in this sort of new era of David and Victoria Beckham, like shows and interviews and just like this renaissance with their love. And yeah, I don't think the cheating ever stopped either. And so to see them just be lovey-dovey, everything's hunky-dory on screen, that's not true.
Well, because let me just say this. The former assistant to David Beckham, Rebecca Luce, she gave a statement, or didn't give a statement. She commented on Instagram. Okay. And this is the former assistant who said she had an affair with David Beckham.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
So she commented on Instagram, "So happy Brooklyn is standing up for himself and speaking publicly finally. I have felt so bad for his poor wife, knowing too well what they can be like." Wow. I don't know how they didn't get her under NDA, but
Nicola or the Rebecca?
Rebecca, who just gave that statement.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, let's keep reading. You guys, I am in Cape Town, South Africa right now, and I came here for a wedding. And I gotta say, I was expecting my jet lag to be so bad, but what has absolutely saved me is Early Bird CBD. So I brought a few of the travel packs with me, and I took half of an Early Bird gummy each night for the first 3 nights that we were here. I cannot tell you how easily I just was able to sleep completely through the night, wake up so refreshed. Early Bird CBD gummies, they have just mastered the formula. It's 12.5 milligrams of CBD and 2.5 milligrams of THC. It just gives you the nicest, warmest, gooeyest feeling. You melt into your pillow, a meal tastes extra delicious, a show is just a little bit more funny. I cannot recommend these gummies enough, and also one bottle will last me so long. I find that it's such a good value, and if you just want to try them, you can get some travel packs. Use our code PA20 for 20% off. You will absolutely love Early Bird CBD gummies, especially if you have any travel coming up.
This episode is brought to you by Booking.com. Planning a girls' trip always sounds fun until you remember you're booking for multiple people with very specific opinions. My sisters and I have non-negotiables: blackout curtains so we can actually sleep, good natural light for all those photos, and ideally something close to a beach. And just go ahead and trust me, we're not very flexible about these things. That's why Booking.com is our go-to. Booking.com offers a wide array of hotels and vacation rentals across the US, so you can find exactly what you're booking for. Even if the people you're booking for are extremely picky like us, you can filter for the things that actually matter instead of settling for something that's just fine. Whether you're booking for yourself, your partner, or a high-maintenance group chat, Booking.com makes it easy to get it right. If a stay can check all of our boxes, it can check anyone's. Find exactly what you're booking for. Booking.com, Booking.yeah. Book today on the site or in the app. Okay, so let's move on to the next
Please.
slide. So if you swipe one more over, we get into the wedding.
Mm-hmm.
He says, "My parents have been trying endlessly to ruin my relationship since before my wedding, and it hasn't stopped. My mom canceled making Nicola's dress in the 11th hour despite how excited she was to wear her design, forcing her to urgently find a new dress. Weeks before our big day, my parents repeatedly pressured and attempted to bribe me into signing away the rights to my name, which would have affected me, my wife, and our future children. They were adamant on me signing before my wedding date because then the terms of the deal would be initiated. My holdout affected the payday, and they have never treated me the same since. I want to stop there for a second.
Yeah, let's unpack.
So what do you know exactly what this means?
So there was some sort of deal that David Beckham was going to, I guess, go into or make, and it involved releasing the rights to the name Beckham
Okay.
to something, and I guess they needed Brooklyn to sign off on it,
And he wouldn't.
and he wouldn't.
So it was more about someone else having the rights to the Beckham name.
Yeah, I mean, it is a little bit confusing because, you know, generally, like, let's say your last name is Miller.
Yeah.
There's already Miller beer.
Yeah.
You know, you can't, just because your last name is Miller, it doesn't mean that, like, you can just create a product named Miller that can go for anything. Like, if you have the trademark, or if you've been using the brand name, like, in commerce, and you actually have a company before anyone else, you get the name.
Yeah.
So I actually don't really understand why Brooklyn, just being a Beckham, he actually has any ownership of the name Beckham.
Right.
They're also not the only Beckhams on earth. So
maybe it was also, maybe like it had to do actually with them being the Beckham family.
I don't know. It's weird. And
he clearly just didn't want to be a part of this deal.
Right.
And so I think when he says it affected the payday, that meant that his family was supposed to get money. David and Victoria,
correct.
all the other siblings, were supposed to get some type of check for getting, signing away the rights. And because he wouldn't do it, it caused like a major rift.
Well, he says.
And I think this just reveals a lot of, the dynamics here have to do with
money.
Says
they have never treated me the same since.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I go back and forth a lot on this statement. I'm going to say there's one part of this where I feel like I do have a lot of empathy for Brooklyn Beckham here, but I just feel like there are some holes in his statement that make it hard to fully trust all of these words. For example, him saying, "My mom canceled making Nicola's dress in the 11th hour despite how excited she was to wear her design, forcing her to urgently find a new dress." This is just a flat out like mischaracterization of the facts.
Okay.
In the Vogue article about their wedding,
yeah,
I have the printouts. This is a quote from the Vogue article published. It said, "Peltz's custom wedding look is the culmination of a year's worth of conversations with Valentino creative director Paolo Piccioli's team, 2 trips to the Rome headquarters, and 2 U.S. fittings. The head seamstresses even journeyed to Miami to make sure every detail was immaculate on the big day. It was the ultimate couture experience." So the wedding dress she wore, Valentino custom designed that couture for her.
And had been for the last year.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, but there's Victoria Beckham and then there's Valentino.
Yeah.
Like, I highly doubt this was her second look.
Yes.
Okay? And that was the couture that she was having designed for a year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, I understand how stressful it is being a bride. Okay? And if any of your looks all of a sudden are thrown into question, you are urgently trying to find a new dress. But let's not paint it as the dress.
Also, I mean, he doesn't say wedding dress. He just says dress. So it could have been.
He's misleading there, though.
Yeah.
He's misleading.
Yeah,
He's
no,
I know that it's the wedding dress.
Right, exactly.
Also, kind of interesting. We all thought that there was wedding dress drama because Victoria wanted her to wear a Victoria Beckham wedding dress and she wouldn't, right? So it's actually interesting that he's saying no, that she really wanted to wear a Victoria Beckham wedding dress.
Yeah.
But that Victoria actually kind of got in the way of that.
Yeah. The other major thing here that I want to kind of keep coming back to, I want to talk about stakes, the stakes of Brooklyn.
Let's zoom out. Context is critical.
10,000 foot view.
Yeah.
Here we go. He is safely in the harbor of the Peltz family fortune.
Sort of.
I just feel like we have to express the fact that, like, he can now fully publicly cut ties and say that he is done. But he also, doesn't really have to feel it in any sort of monetary way because he married into a much, much richer family. I'm not saying that he's going to get that money forever or that he's like automatically granted it, but isn't he in a safer harbor now?
He's in a very safe harbor. Okay.
Yeah.
In Nicola and the Peltz family arms. However, I have been thinking a lot about this because you just know that, like, the will has probably been redrawn today
already from Davos, which is where they are right now.
Yes. David Beckham's at Davos. $600 million family fortune. How many Hollywood marriages make it? The Peltz family fortune is 100% tied up in trusts that Brooklyn Beckham can never touch.
Yeah.
So yeah, as long as he's married to Nicola, he ostensibly will be much wealthier, have connections to, vastly more wealth than his parents. But he's also a young man, and a lot of these relationships don't work. And I could 100% see this being like a forever fracture in the family
with the Beckhams and him.
And I will be unbelievably shocked if this is an eternal marriage.
I mean, you haven't seen the tattoo he got of her voicemail or whatever. I mean, I do believe that a lot of Hollywood marriages end.
I mean, he has a tattoo of her face on one.
I swear, there's also a tattoo of a love note, not a voicemail, but like she has a lot of tattoos.
Yeah,
and he does, I believe, have.
Can I tell you though a theory I have? I actually think men who do stuff like that are the most likely to cheat because
they're like, I gotta have a reminder.
Exactly, because they know that's exactly what it is. If your man tattoos you on in a large way on a body part, he's actually just trying to ward off other women.
Yes,
okay,
it's like
he has such a problem.
Yes,
no, that wasn't where I was going with it. I just think that men who are so gripped by their passions like that, I think once you get into the long haul of monogamy, it might be tough if they have that in them, and another siren song. They hear another song of a different siren.
He's also quite young,
Yes.
Like they got married when they were, it's a young marriage.
She's 31. I was shocked by that.
For a Hollywood
situation. So anyway, I think that he's not exactly playing the long game by, cutting himself off from the Beckham family fortune. He probably should have signed that deal.
Yeah, I mean,
hedging.
Yeah,
Brooklyn.
Yeah. Okay, anyway. So let's move on. So we'll pick up where we left off.
But do you agree? Do you agree with that assessment?
I agree. I just also believe that they're they have now decided that they are in it together. It's them against the world. I do believe that they're in love. And I don't think that, I don't know. I guess that situation does seem a little bit far-fetched to me, even if
that the idea that they would break up someday.
I mean, maybe someday, but right now they just seem so in it.
Oh, gosh, I mean, I wish I had your.
Well, I mean, I hope not. I guess I just think that he is in a much better position than all the other Beckhams. He is just fully set up.
I just completely disagree
because he's not.
Because none of it's his. It's the Peltz family fortune. So
I mean, it's just, I'm sure to him it all feels like it's his right now,
for sure.
So moving on to the next thing he says. During the wedding planning, my mom went as far as to call me evil because Nicola and I chose to include my nanny, Sandra, and Nicola's nanny at our table because they both didn't have their husbands. Both of our parents had their own tables equally adjacent to ours.
Okay, is this their grandmothers or is this their the nanny that raised them?
So he spells Nicola's nanny as Nani. I'm not sure. Well, these are both two single, or at least these two women who went stag to the wedding, who sat at their table.
Well, I can appreciate those facts. Thank you. But is a nanny ever referred to as anything but a nanny? Is that also the name for a grandmother? Nanny?
I think so. I think nanny, nan.
Yeah. Maybe that is grandma.
Yeah.
Because I would be really surprised if they just had such connections to their.
Right.
Wait, no, but remember how there's Nicola or
her one nanny.
Nicola,
yeah.
Nicola, yeah, she had that nanny, that longtime nanny who she's pictured with, also rumored to have kicked her down the stairs.
Yes, pushed her. Yeah, kicked her, right. Anyway, it's not to say, okay, if it was their grandmother or if it was their longtime.
That's actually a meaningful distinction, but we need to move forward.
I mean, yeah, it is meaningful, but it's not like he sat with Nicola's parents and, not his parents.
It's truly a searing indictment, the idea that Victoria Beckham would call him evil. For having his grandmother at the table.
Yeah, I mean, I think it reveals a little bit about the behind-the-scenes negotiations. Okay, so moving on. The night before our wedding, members of my family told me that Nicola was not blood and not family. Since the moment I started standing up for myself with my family, I've received endless attacks from my parents, both privately and publicly, that were sent to the press on their orders. Even my brothers were sent to attack me on social media before they ultimately blocked me out of nowhere this last summer. My mom hijacked my first...
Hold on. Okay. So let's just unpack this. The night before our wedding, members of my family told me that Nicola Nicola, I'm so sorry. I'm broken.
Am I doing it right or wrong?
You're doing it right. But
Okay, good. Every time before I go to say it, I'm unsure.
Nicola was not blood and not family. I mean, that's crazy.
The night before, they're in a heated argument. I mean, stuff was going down.
Stuff was going, yeah. I mean, do you know the phrase blood is thicker than water is actually a bastardization of the original phrase.
Which is what?
Which I learned in the research for this episode.
Because you're a historian.
Yep. So the original phrase is the, it's
completely escaped you now. What is the original expression for blood is thicker than water? The blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb. That is so.
So basically,
dark.
It's actually saying that like
so
the
graphic.
brothers who die beside you in battle or fight beside you in battle, and like the people that you live your life
like
with,
in the trenches with,
or that you're in the trenches with, that those relationships are deeper than people you just happen to be related to, like you and me. So,
what if it's one and the same? We're in the trenches and we're family.
It actually is. It actually is for us. Anyway,
thank you for that lovely little aside. Let's get back to Brooklyn, okay?
Yeah.
So now we get into the most juicy, scathing story.
This is so crazy. Okay, I just also have to ground everyone. We never, ever, 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 ever get anything like this.
No.
We never get a celebrity like just basically spilling all the tea.
I mean,
airing all the dirty laundry, giving details. It's receipts, proof, screenshots, timeline, fucking everything. Like that is where he's at with this statement.
There's like 7 text blocks that we have to digest.
So he says, my mom hijacked my first dance with my wife, which had been planned weeks in advance, to a romantic love song. In front of our 500 wedding guests, Mark Anthony called me to the stage, wherein the schedule was planned to be my romantic dance with my wife, but instead my mom was waiting to dance with me instead. She danced very inappropriately on me in front of everyone. I've never felt more uncomfortable or humiliated in my entire life. We wanted to renew our vows so we could create new memories of our wedding day that bring us joy and happiness, not anxiety and embarrassment.
She danced very inappropriately on me in front of everyone.
On me?
On me.
On me are the 2 most important words in this entire statement.
Entire thing.
Like she's
grinding.
She's grinding on him. There's no other
way.
There's no other
Mark Anthony is singing. Victoria is grinding on her son.
To dance.
That's on you.
To dance on someone.
Yes.
You have to be physically putting.
It's not dancing with the preposition.
That's
it's
not
on me.
That's not going like, oh, shoulder to shoulder.
I don't like that. No, this is not like she's
like,
dancing on somebody.
She's gyrating on him.
Potentially.
That's the only read.
Yeah. I mean, and then he says, I've never felt more uncomfortable or humiliated in my entire life.
Because again, mom's a little, she's had a few glasses. She's had a few cocktails.
It's strange because like you would assume that the mother-son dance would be one that is more heartfelt.
Yeah, you'd assume like there's a Tim McGraw song playing.
Yeah, it's like butterfly kisses.
I hope you dance.
Like you think that's the tone,
but instead it's like it's like,
well, I got like, should we find a Mark Anthony song?
Please do. I was thinking Usher. She was grinding. I was like called back
like
to
what is Mark?
Grade.
Girl, my body don't let it rain over me.
She's like fully Erica Jane to that song. Wow.
I mean, I guess that's technically a Pitbull song with Mark that features Mark Anthony.
I would also feel like my wedding dance had truly been hijacked. I mean,
yes. Also, just the mother-son. I don't know. There's no end to the weirdness here.
There's so much happening in this statement. So he's implying his mom was oddly sexual with him in front of 500 wedding guests.
And it was humiliating.
I mean, it's, first of all, if this happened, it would be traumatizing, period.
Mm-hmm.
Let alone if it happened in front of 500 people, double traumatizing. And this is, okay, so someone has weighed in from the wedding that went. Did you see this?
Yes.
I brought the the quote. So Stavros Agapio, the partner of British DJ Fat Tony, who was asked to perform at the wedding reception, backed Brooklyn in a now deleted Instagram comment. He says, I was there and she did. He's telling the truth. But then he deleted that and he
Come
wrote
on.
instead, good on him for finally speaking out. And then he posted a mirror selfie saying, keeping my mouth shut from now on.
Okay, Fat Tony. Like, what was that? Like, was he getting threats or something? Why is there not footage of this?
The fact that a lot of these weddings, like phones
away.
No one has their phones.
Yeah, I guess
I
you're right.
believe we will see the video because my guess is what's coming next. Okay. I pray for this. I pray for a lawsuit we can do 20 parts on. And a Brian Friedman style website with
Yeah.
a 10-minute dancing video that we
Right.
can watch at some point.
And maybe it's different when with the song. Maybe with this, like, you think about the Blake and Justin thing. When we see the actual footage of them dancing, it changes what she said happened.
Hey, speaking of that,
I know. Did you see what we got today?
no, what did we get today?
Well, there was like a text message from Jenny Slate.
oh, really?
Yeah, we'll get to it after.
Well, good. Okay. Well, I was just gonna say, like, they always say the devil works hard, but Kris Jenner works harder.
Mhm.
Is Taylor Swift actually working hardest of all? Because did she somehow get Brooklyn Beckham to drop all this, given that tomorrow is when the text messages are going to be released between
Oh.
Taylor and Blake?
Yes. Yeah. I
There's
know.
so
I
much
know.
happening. Oh,
I know.
It's a great time to be in our line of work.
It's a great time to be a historian. Okay,
So
let's
true.
move on to the next.
Now that we've discussed Victoria Beckham,
Yeah.
that allegation is so
I mean-
wild. There's no overstating it.
Yeah,
It bears repeating.
is Victoria Beckham like kind of an embarrassing, drunken
Creep
creep
to her
mess?
sons?
Or
Or-
I don't know, or just like I can
way-
see, I know I see it as creepy, but I don't necessarily mean that, it doesn't necessarily mean that she's like, I don't ever done anything beyond this, but she could just not be great at reading the room. She could just think that she's a lot funnier than she is.
Well, and I,
you know?
100%. She could have thought it was like a funny moment.
Yes.
And also probably been like very high.
Yeah, or drunk, or whatever.
Yeah. One of the two.
What do you say hi first? Do you have more intel?
Well, because I saw a
I knew
something
there was
about
something there.
Victoria and David that they left at 5 a.m.
The party.
I just don't think anyone is partying till 5 a.m. on alcohol only.
No.
So
No.
I don't know if this was this wedding that they left at 5 a.m.
Okay,
but it was
great.
a
So Lauren-
recent wedding.
Lauren's saying at one point they left a party at 5 a.m. Yep. I don't know that it was that wedding. Okay.
Anyway,
The next slide.
Okay.
My wife has been consistently disrespected by my family, no matter how hard we've tried to come together as one. My mom has repeatedly invited women from my past into our lives in ways that were clearly intended to make us both uncomfortable. What?
so this has to be
The ex-girlfriend?
The ex-girlfriend,
That was like dating
yeah.
the brother or something?
Mhm. Has to be.
What?
Has to be.
Okay.
Okay, so despite this, we still traveled to London for my dad's birthday and were rejected for a week as we waited in our hotel room trying to plan quality time with him. He refused all of our attempts unless it was at his big birthday party with 100 guests and cameras at every corner. When he finally agreed to see me, it was under the condition that Nicola wasn't invited. It was a slap in the face. Later, when my family traveled to LA, they refused to see me at all.
So his parents didn't want to spend time with him unless it was like a photo op moment.
Right. And if it was going to be private, they didn't want Nicola there. So, and okay, I think at this point, let's just talk about the video that is everywhere.
Yeah.
That's gone viral.
Yeah.
So there's a video of a Netflix red carpet.
Mhm.
Victoria Beckham is, with David posing, and then Brooklyn Beckham is like next to her, kind of walks up next to her, and kind of is like, it's actually interesting. You can see his expression. He's like very like sweet, in my opinion. And
Mhm.
he's kind of like trying to like, kind of make it a communal shot with him
Yes.
and Nicola.
Yeah.
Nicola, by the way, looks fucking terrified.
Yeah.
She looks traumatized.
Yeah.
She looks at Victoria with fear in her eyes.
Yeah.
I swear. There's just no other read. And then Victoria very clearly gives him the serious cold shoulder
Mhm.
and does
Mhm.
not want this like
family photo.
Fab
cute
foursome
moment. Yeah.
photo taken. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is not a good look for David and Victoria and corroborates a lot of this. What are your thoughts?
My thoughts are all over the place because I do believe that Nicola could have been terrible to Victoria and David. Maybe at the beginning, I don't know. There could have been something, I don't know. Maybe she didn't kiss the ring in the way that they thought she was going to, because she's just like this super rich girl who their son's in love with, and she doesn't feel the need to, whatever. So I guess I think like maybe there were maybe there were true offenses from her to them, which is why they don't want her around. I guess. But I still think they're the greater adults in the situation. And I also think that, I don't know, it does seem like it's more about the family brand than it is about like their son and the relationship.
Right. I think my read is that Victoria has been queen bee in basically any room she's been in for many decades. Okay. She's not only Posh Spice, one of the hottest girls ever, but then married to David Beckham. So I think it probably was a little bit jarring for her, for him to fall in love and then go on to marry a woman who is just like literally higher up in the social stratosphere than her.
I mean, she's richer, but she's not Victoria Beckham.
She's not
Like Victoria Beckham is like household name. Nobody knew who Nicola was.
That's true, but it just disrupts the power the power balance that Victoria Beckham is used to really not being there. She's used to being like the most powerful person in the room.
I think it has less to do with her own, I'm Victoria Beckham, and more to do with, because we're the Beckhams and because I'm, the matriarch of this family, what we say goes. Like we're a rich, famous family.
Yeah, exactly. She's used to having control.
Yes. And now that there's this woman who's with her son, who has access to just as much and more.
Right.
It's like, we don't, all of our control over our son, all the ways that we're able to get him to do what we want, to pull the strings,
right,
no longer work anymore.
Exactly. That was probably something that she did not handle very well at all.
Yeah.
Because I mean, when I'm reading the statement, I'm not entirely faulting the Beckhams for wanting to control like the media narrative about them. I think that would be pretty natural if you were famous to want to have like to have good PR. Literally, that's why people hire publicists.
That is what everybody does in Hollywood.
Yeah. Correct.
Like you have a photo op as a
natural.
family. That does not make you an evil fake person.
Right.
But some of these stories, being called evil, the dance, reveal a level of
reveal an entirely different set of people
than
what we see.
Yes. Yeah.
It reveals like, it's kind of like what Meghan says, where she's like, it's nothing like what it looks like.
Yeah. So chilling.
It's nothing.
Everyone's saying this is giving Meghan and Harry.
I know.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. You chose to hit play on this podcast today. Smart choice. Progressive loves to help people make smart choices. That's why they offer a tool called Auto Quote Explorer that allows you to compare your Progressive car insurance quote with rates from other companies. So you save time on the research and can enjoy savings when you choose the best rate for you. Give it a try after this episode at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy. I'm starting the year and I'm trying to be a little bit more intentional with how I shop and to buy things that I truly need, not just the things that I don't need, which is why I keep coming back to Quince. Their pieces feel luxe, look polished, and actually work for real life. They have all of the staples covered. Soft Mongolian cashmere sweaters that feel designer without the markup, 100% silk tops and skirts for easy dressing up, and perfectly cut denim that holds its shape. I realized that I needed something to carry all of my toiletries and cosmetics in, and so I recently got the Italian leather travel cosmetics case in black, and I'm absolutely obsessed with it. I've used it now on multiple trips. It has a removable, easy-to-clean divider and 4 compartments to kind of keep everything organized. It's so chic, it's practical, and the sleek leather bag just looks great when I put it out on the bathroom counter, and I just feel very put together. The quality shows in every detail, from the fabrics to the craftsmanship, and everything is made with premium materials in ethical, trusted factories. Refresh your wardrobe with Quince. Don't wait. Go to quince.com/apologist for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada too. That's QUINCE.com/apologist to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/apologist. Okay, the next slide.
Okay.
My family values public promotion and endorsements above all else. Brand Beckham comes first. Family love is that's in quotes, family love, quote, is decided by how much you post on social media or how quickly you drop everything to show up and pose for a family photo op, even if it's at the expense of our professional obligations. We've gone out of our way for years to show up and support at every fashion show, every party, and every press activity to show our quote perfect family. But the one time my wife asked for my mom's support to save displaced dogs during the LA fires, my mom refused.
This is where it's like he decided to really leave it all on the field. He's like, I actually also want everyone who loves dogs to hate my mother.
Yes.
Like, to
the
say
one time.
the one time we asked for her support, and not just like, oh, to promote a project, it's like to help dogs in the fires. My evil mother said no. It's so bad for Victoria Beckham.
I think also what I will say in their whole family's defense, I do believe that Brand Beckham is their life. They are famous people in the spotlight. I don't fault them so much for having to treat their family a little bit like a business.
100%. I also feel like, you know what? Cry me a river if you had to go show up at a fashion show. You know what a lot of us have to do? We have to show up at work. We have to
Every morning.
We have to go to college and get degrees and then
Pay off student loans.
create a fucking LinkedIn profile. So sorry about all the parties you had to attend and the Instagram shout outs you had to give to your 600 millionaire parents.
I just love the fact that he says, even if it's at the expense of our professional obligations.
What is this guy doing?
What professional obligations? Your cooking show?
I mean, this
What
is definitely
professional obligations?
where it's giving, like, you know what it's giving? It's very stressful to manage the family foundation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
It's a nightmare.
It's a nightmare. He would have a lot in common
Yeah.
with that woman on
Yeah.
Guana. I mean, wow, talk about out of touch.
Next slide.
Yes. Final
This
slide.
gets into some tea, I
the
think.
culmination.
Because this is where I really think that you and I, according to Brooklyn, have been totally off.
Okay.
The narrative that my wife controls me is completely backwards. I have been controlled by my parents for most of my life. I grew up with overwhelming anxiety. For the first time in my life, since stepping away from my family, that anxiety has disappeared. I wake up every morning grateful for the life I chose and have found peace and relief. My wife and I do not want a life shaped by image, press, or manipulation. All we want is peace, privacy, and happiness for us and our future family.
Okay, then why are you posting like naked photos in the bath to millions of your Instagram followers, Nicola? If what you want is peace, privacy,
And happiness.
and happiness. Like, I just call BS on this. These people are so thirsty.
Yes.
Both of them are so thirsty. She wants to be a celebrity. She
Yes.
wants to be a starlet. So I don't buy this whatsoever.
Yeah, they're just not living some quiet life in the countryside.
No, just wanting privacy.
They
And
don't want a life shaped by image, press, or manipulation.
I just also think that it's like, okay, I guess I go back to a little bit him saying, like, you know, my parents have actually controlled me and they've been so, you know, protective of our image as a family. And it's just like that literally happens at the celebrity scale. And it happens when you are a Mormon family and, you know, your parents don't want you dressing like a slut going
Right.
to church.
Right.
Because it looks bad on the family
Yeah,
if you're wearing a tank top and, you know, before 2025. So I just think that, like, there's an element of this that's just natural.
That was funny.
What?
2025.
A deep cut.
Yes, 100% natural. I think that that's not, to me, that's not a scathing indictment of his parents.
No.
And that doesn't make them bad people or bad parents.
Absolutely agreed. So I kind of, here's where I land with this. I really land that David and Victoria Beckham are a little bit fraudulent with their relationship.
Yeah. And you know what? I do believe that Brooklyn has just watched their marriage be a total sham.
Yeah,
His dad continued to cheat. And I think that would be psychologically damaging
for sure.
to you.
For
And you're,
sure.
and just like, honestly, the way you can look at your parents
Yeah.
and as celebrities
Mhm.
and as
what
just
they
and as
value.
people. And yeah.
I also think it's just very clear to me that Brooklyn Beckham is a little spoiled and doesn't really realize that some of these things are just natural in life.
Well, I think when you're not a normal person,
Mhm.
you know, working a normal job, like, I don't know. I just feel like he gets to throw stones at celebrities and, you know, the way that they want to manipulate their image.
And it's like, well, this is them manipulating their image is how they have built like an extreme amount of success.
That's like the reason why you are like why your name means anything.
yeah, exactly.
And why you never have to work.
hmm exactly.
Do you feel like we could deliver a dissertation on this now? I mean, that was dissertation level
I mean,
length.
What time are we at?
What day is it?
It's
That's
I mean, there were Guana Island stories, but we are an hour into this podcast. Wow. That's amazing. Additionally, Chandler, just an FYI to corroborate Brooklyn's story. So, a source has told Page Six that as much of this sounds crazy and unhinged, everything Brooklyn said in his statement is true. Asked if there's any chance of them reuniting, it's too late for now. He's had enough, is what the source said.
I mean, this source. As crazy as this all sounds, as unhinged as this all sounds, it's all true. It's too late. That was your closing argument. It was like this source.
That's why I'm a podcaster and not an officer of the court. Okay.
Your historian credit is
diminishing.
diminishing by the second.
That was a point against me.
So there was like a clip of David walking at Davos, which is like the summit of world tech annoying people.
Yeah.
And I don't know why David Beckham is there.
It's where the global elites gather, who are not our global elites.
You know what? We're gonna have our own Davos one day.
I bet that's what we'll call our if we ever do some sort of get together, some sort of camp or whatever.
It'll be Davos.
What do they call them? Like
summits?
No, not that's what they call them. But they when influencers hold like retreats.
Oh yeah,
we're gonna call it Davos for our
global elites.
He was at Davos, and what did he say?
He said something about like kids making mistakes or something vague.
I saw that, but I just kind of feel like part of me wondered if that was an
old clip,
footage that Daily Mail was like trying to spin as no.
Right.
You have to be careful in 2026. You never know.
Well, Lauren, actually, though, I heard a source that was like, as crazy as it may seem,
it's all true. Wow! Thank God! Thank goodness you remembered that. Okay.
Let's move on.
We will be covering this, you guys, as more unfolds, because I guarantee you this is not the end of the story.
Oh, no. Everybody,
they have to do damage control now of David and Victoria. Let's watch what the next chess move is.
I need to start following all the Beckham siblings on Instagram for
please put your shoulder to the wheel, Chandler,
for the passive aggressive
Smash
Instagram
that
stories.
Follow button.
I would like to move on now,
please,
to Ben Affleck.
Oh yeah,
recently interviewed. Mm-hmm. And I just have to say, thank God this interviewer put her shoulder to the wheel.
Yes.
Because I'm sure she put this question in and she was like, if we get to it, I'll ask. Everyone, let's play the clip.
I don't know if you know your name has come up in the zeitgeist of reality TV yet again on Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Okay, it's Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Cast member Lisa Barlow is saying that she was with you at an event with her husband and she wasn't able to film. Her cast members don't believe her.
Also, I have a work thing. It's like a big deal.
Really?
I think what people forget is like I have a very full life because I keep it kind of private.
Okay.
And like I'm not going to drop names, but like I'll be with Ben and Blake.
So the question is, do you know who Lisa Barlow is?
I don't want to get anybody in trouble, or I don't know what this is, but I don't. An event
This
in
is
Salt
her.
Lake City. And
No, you wouldn't get her in trouble.
But prove to me right or wrong.
Yeah.
She's
Wait,
saying
wait,
that-
You're not
an
sure.
event like at Sundance or
Yeah.
something?
What was the
or like
event?
a-
I don't understand.
She is a big Sundance girl. She didn't specify the event. She
But
said
it was
a
in
few
Utah.
months
When was the
ago.
last time you were in Utah?
It would probably be Utah.
I haven't been in Utah in, I don't know, 8, 9, 10 years. I don't know. I can't.
Okay, so you might know her.
I don't. Doesn't look familiar to me, and I don't remember anything. And I don't want to embarrass her because
Okay.
I also could.
A lot of
be
people
wrong.
at these
I meet
events.
A lot of people.
Yeah.
I say
Yes.
hi to a lot of people. I don't want to be the jerk who is like, I did meet you, and it's you don't remember when you meet.
Yes.
I don't think I'm qualified to weigh in on this, whatever this raging controversy.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, everybody. You heard
Wow.
it here.
The Lord's work, this journalist. Truly.
Can you imagine starting that question and just seeing the lights like going out, seeing nothing register when you're like, well, she says she was at an event with you and
Mhm.
and Blake, and it's causing issues with the other
She's-
cast members.
She said in the car, it's with Ben and Blake. She holds up her hand like this.
Yeah.
She said, I don't want to name drop. Then
Here
she
we
says,
go.
With Ben and Blake. Okay. If you're saying you're with Ben and Blake, that
First
means
names.
there's a personal relationship. That means they know who you are.
We're at dinner.
Yes, I don't know about going to dinner, but that just means like there is some sort of familiarity there.
Like they know Lisa.
Exactly. They know Lisa. Like when Chandler and I, when we went and stood in line for Gwyneth Paltrow to sign her new cookbook, okay?
After
we,
realizing that we both had to buy a cookbook,
Yeah.
not just one of us, in
And-
order to get in line. So
and we did not have that in the budget.
we were not financially equipped for two $50 cookbooks.
No, we could barely afford the gas to
Yeah.
the Brentwood Country Mart. Okay. We did not tell people, we're with Gwyneth. No. if
People
you-
don't realize I've got a lot of things to do today. I'm going to be with Gwyneth.
When someone's working the suite, setting out the chicken tenders for Taylor and Travis.
Yeah.
When she's at the
The suite.
yeah, they're not saying, "Oh, I'm hanging with Taylor tonight, my
Yeah.
friend Taylor." It's just she gives a false impression of her life.
Oh, fully.
and she's fully being called out. This is the best part too. She posted a TikTok in response of her at South by
Yeah.
Southwest, and it's there's clips of like Blake and Ben, and she's like in the audience as they're when like actors do like little
Panels?
Q&As,
Yeah,
panels
yeah.
after film screenings. Again, that doesn't make you their friend.
She acted like she was their handler for some event or
Yes.
something like that.
She-
Like she had to be there with them doing press or at some event.
Again, if your company is doing the catering for an event that celebrities are at, that doesn't make you celebrity adjacent. That makes you a
mean,
vendor, a staff member.
It does mean that you live a very different life from other people.
I'm sorry, but actually, it means that you are completely normal.
I have to say,
Yes, I do have money.
dismissed. I mean,
Oh,
I found Ben Affleck to be endearing in this.
for sure.
I found the way that he was not trying to embarrass her when he says, "I don't want to embarrass her."
I loved it.
I thought that
because
was really sweet.
it was very sweet, but in that moment, he's obviously embarrassing
Yeah.
her. Because when if he really didn't want to embarrass her, he should be like, Lisa is so great,"
Totally.
you know?
I don't know. I feel like I saw the side of him that really is just kind of
He's like, I
like
don't wanna
normal
be-
and awkward
Yeah.
and not, I don't know, not some crazy fame guy.
Yeah.
It was sweet. It was a sweet little depiction of him in that interview.
Yeah,
I
but
mean, yeah.
I also
He
think
hasn't
that
been in Utah in 10 years.
I know him not being able to place in any way, shape, or form like where he would have met her, and because he got it wrong, right? Like South by Southwest, I believe, is in Austin.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
Well, like Matt Damon is trying to help him out. Like, was it at a Sundance thing or something?
so funny. But I will say, the fact that Lisa Barlow is fighting this and she's not, putting down her sword, and in fact, she's doubling down. It's a reason why she's an excellent housewife.
Yes.
Because this is the content we want. We want a housewife who pretends to be friends with Blake Lively and Ben Affleck.
Exactly.
Like that's a lot more interesting, Chandler, than your whole storyline being that you're, a realtor selling condos, a la Gina.
I knew you were going to come for Gina. I
Real
knew you were going
Housewives
to
of
come for
Orange
Gina.
County.
Also, this podcast would like to say congratulations to Gina and Travis because they are engaged.
Congrats, Gina. Your whole storyline
Yeah,
is that
I mean, and she's gone.
accusing Heather Dubrow of getting papped at Disneyland. It's like, who cares, girl?
Right. We
No.
need Delulu.
we need someone who's like a true character. Like Lisa
Yes.
Barlow is a full character, which we love. Or it's not a side to Silva,
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
One of my big adult realizations has been that what you cook on matters just as much as the ingredients you cook with. So, making healthier meals really feel a lot better when you know that you're making it with cookware that doesn't have toxic chemicals. That is why I am such a fan of Caraway's non-toxic kitchenware. Caraway isn't just better for you, it's better to cook with. The ceramic surface is naturally slick, so you need less oil or butter. Food slides right out of the pan, and the cleanup is actually so easy. There's less scrubbing, fewer stuck-on disasters, and more time to do literally everything else. Over 100,000 people have rated their Caraway kitchen 5 stars, and I truly get the hype now. I got their big Dutch oven and it's amazing. I've already made several soups and stews in it. It's less bulky and it's just way, way easier to clean than my massive Dutch oven. It takes no time at all, looks gorgeous sitting on my stove, and it's the one I'm going to be reaching for from now on. Caraway's cookware set is a favorite for a reason. It can save you up to $190 versus buying the items individually. Plus, if you visit carawayhome.com/pop, you can take an additional 10% off your next purchase. This deal is exclusive for our listeners, so visit carawayhome.com/pop or use code POP at checkout. Caraway, non-toxic cookware made modern.
In other news, speaking of people who might maybe fall flat on screen, Meghan Markle's Netflix series with Love Meghan has, quote, no plans for season 3. So a source tells People that there are currently no plans for a third season of the Duchess of Sussex's show, though the possibility of future specials or a one-off project has not been ruled out. I mean, you know what also? Netflix has not ruled out doing a special with us.
They absolutely haven't ruled it
No,
out. You can't rule it out at this point.
You can't rule. There's a lot
And a
of
source has said, no matter how crazy that sounds,
There's a lot of things Netflix has not ruled out. So that's basically literally meaningless. It's just someone trying to put a positive spin on it. So the quote is, the show in partnership with Netflix was an amazing launch pad for As Ever, but doing both was incredibly time consuming. So this is from Meghan's camp. Right now, she is really focused on building the brand. She's excited to continue creating cooking and crafting content on her social channel. She's so excited to no longer have this Netflix deal and to be making Instagram reels.
she's so excited to be taking like mid-tier brand deals and creating, getting those deliverables in.
The quote continues. She's so excited to continue creating cooking and crafting content on her social channels, but in a way that allows her to spend more time on the day-to-day business. Okay, come on. She wants to be in Excel,
Okay, hold
not
on.
filming for Netflix. She's been loving flexing her entrepreneurial muscles. There is absolutely a plan for more specials down the road.
A couple things here. I love that they're spinning this as like she got the show, but she'd actually now prefer to not have the show
Yeah.
and to be doing more things on social, to be editing her own videos.
She wants to be in the day-to-day. She wants to be in Monday.com or Asana.
Yes.
She wants to just be answering emails, the day-to-day.
When in reality, it's like people who build their whole careers on social media then get a show.
And it's the culmination.
Yeah. But no, this feels like closure to me. This feels like it's time to put this to bed, to turn the page, close the book, whatever, change the channel. I never want to see another one of those specials on my screen again.
Also, kind of interesting that it was never actually renewed. Because if you remember,
They just filmed it all.
they filmed it all at once.
Yeah.
So I think it's even generous to call season 2 season 2.
Yeah.
Basically just never got picked up.
Yeah, it was just kind of like, when we film this, we got to, put it out.
Right. It got picked up, excuse me, but just never got renewed. I want to say this. I feel like virtually any of my friends, maybe not any of my friends, but I have a lot of friends who would kill some sort of like content show.
Yeah.
Cooking, doing something,
Yeah.
and just being charming. Okay. I have a lot of friends who I feel like all of us do, right? Like there are a lot of people with charisma, charm,
Yeah.
talent who would crush being given a huge Netflix platform. So the fact that Meghan, like, honestly failed on such a spectacular level, it's hard to articulate how crazy of a disaster this is.
And honestly, you just know that there were all of the best people in those rooms trying to make the show the
desperately.
best possible thing, iteration, concept, and
what, Chandler, what else is there for her to do? Like that's kind of it. Like her just doing crafts and being pretty and picking flowers and being charming on the camera.
it's like as
Like, if
low
she-
frequency as we were like.
if she can't hack a cooking craft show, what can
And-
she do?
I know we've exhausted this subject.
She can't
but-
do a podcast.
No, she can't do it. We
Those
already know.
Those hit the
Is it really just because it was so boring and filled with platitudes? Is that really the issue? It was beautiful. It was like, it was nice to have on in the background sometimes,
100%?
but it's just, she is just not.
she just falls flat on screen.
Yeah. And she's honestly just not that interesting to hear from.
Mhm. This is really the core of it. I think especially as we are like entering this new age of probably infinite content with AI.
Ugh, great.
I think that what people are going to want the most is real human connection. They're going to want to, they're really going to,
You heard it here first, folks.
they're going to, I'm not saying like, oh, breaking bread and looking across someone or looking across the table at someone and that
That's all she gave
meaningful
us.
connection. No, people want that. But
Realness.
they want authenticity.
Yes.
They want a real human. And honestly, Meghan gives AI.
Yes.
Like she fully almost like is she seems so cloying
because she kind of like act. It's all like kind of an act
That's
about
how
this
it
is how to be a
feels.
human. This is how to
Mhm.
be a good person.
it doesn't read as authentic at all.
Yeah.
So it's almost like the antithesis, I think, of what people are craving
Correct.
right now.
That's why it's a second screen show.
Yeah.
If
Wow.
at best.
And also there just wasn't actually genuine true talent there. like she didn't actually seem like an amazing cook. You know, she's not Nara Smith doing incredible DIY and like this really
like there was no spectacle to it.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I think people either want that connection with a real person and they want to relate to a real person, or they want to see true talent.
Yes.
But if you can't offer either of those things
Yeah.
and you're not willing in any way to be like fallible and vulnerable, then you're gonna lose in this AI age.
Economy.
Yeah. In
Who needs to go to
2026.
Davos? We're solving it here.
I'm thinking a lot about the future.
I love that, my little jet lagged lady.
I'm so jet lagged right now.
Okay. What else do we want to get into before we wrap this episode up? I would like to just briefly touch on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Oh, you do want to talk about Beverly Hills?
Well, I just want to talk about Amanda for a second.
Let's talk about Beverly Hills.
I mean, I don't have a ton to say.
Wait, people are gonna be so mad at us if we don't talk about Kyle and Amanda.
Oh, great. I have thoughts on Kyle and Amanda. I don't feel like you have thoughts on Kyle and Amanda.
Excuse me?
Please share your thoughts on Kyle and Amanda. I mean, huzzah, rejoice, Hosanna.
I was actually gonna do the Hosanna shout, but you
I
stole
know.
my joke.
No, you were.
Okay. So Kyle and Amanda of Summer House, they've been
Split.
married for 4 years. They're officially splitting. Did you know he's 43?
Yeah. These people should have never gotten married.
Yeah. I mean, you literally he cheated on her before they were engaged.
Yes. Yes.
Um
The
wanna
writing was
blame
on
her,
the
though.
wall. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to blame anybody, but they were highly incompatible.
highly
And
incompatible.
to watch on screen.
And honestly, I mean, not that this matters so much, but she's absolutely stunning. She's only gotten better looking.
Mhm.
She's 34. Her whole life is in front of her. She's also on a hit television show, super successful. Cut the defective produce. Like, we're done with him. Move on. You can literally he will be just like a blip, a starter marriage. This is the right thing for her. Hosanna shout.
Yep.
So I am completely with you.
Yeah, I mean, they gave a very milquetoasty,
Statement.
divorce announcement on Instagram.
I would have loved if they had actually given a more Brooklyn Beckham
Yes.
coded,
I mean,
multi-frame tell-all
explanation.
statement.
Yeah, I mean, this is why when the Brooklyn Beckham statement hit, it was like heard around the
Eclipsed.
world because we're used to
Yeah.
these, it's with a humble heart that we have
Right.
splitting up. Please respect our privacy. I kind of wish that Paige was single and I wish Paige was still on Summer House so that we could have a Paige and Amanda,
That would be
Sierra, single era. That would be amazing. I'm excited to see the new show, the spinoff.
excellent.
I mean,
Mhm.
I believe that Kyle and Amanda will continue to be on screen together because I think that will be good TV.
that will be great TV.
You
That will
know,
be excellent
as they
TV.
navigate. She's dating, he's dating. How
Mhm.
does like that's a whole other 5 years.
He really is just giving Mauricio Mansky. And you know what, honestly,
But works because I guess Loverboy is kind of successful, but I mean, I don't know.
you know what? Not everyone needs to be a family man. Not everyone
Yeah.
needs to grow up. Some guys want to be Peter Pans forever. It's better that, and it's better he kind of showed his true colors.
Yeah.
You know what you're getting with him versus they have a kid
They have
together.
kids, yeah.
Like she could be in way deeper than she got.
Totally.
So-
And I do think she's still on the ascent. So happy for her.
Absolutely. Okay. Want to talk about Beverly Hills really quick?
Yeah, I want to touch on Beverly Hills. We had another episode of the Gals in Sedona.
Yeah.
Before I get into Amanda, because she's really where I just want to, I want to get your thoughts on her. Before I get to that, though, I just want to talk about the shopping scene in Sedona.
Okay.
As these women are somehow spending 4 to 5 figures.
When Kyle Richards pulls out the $2,500 turquoise jewelry that looks like it should be $25 in the Sedona airport. I was
Literally
beside
Sedona
myself.
Airport.
I wanted to
And-
ask ChatGPT, like, how much should this actually cost?
And the women are like, it's a must. It's a must.
I honestly think I think it was my 10th grade not calculus, it was not calculus. My 10th grade chemistry teacher, Mrs. Ream, who was an equestrian.
Oh, we're naming
in-
names,
in
naming
San
San Clemente
Juan.
High School teachers. Yeah.
She wore that same turquoise
Oh,
jewelry.
it's definitely like Southern California, like granola moms coated.
Coated.
It's great. It's great for them, and it's not necessarily ugly. It's just not something that should be $2,500.
Yeah.
I mean, and the way that the women are just like, it's a must. And then like I thought the editing was so good because they all show the totals that they all spent, where it's clearly kind of like a pissing contest to see like, oh, I can drop $4,000 on jewelry I'll never wear again in Sedona.
No, I mean, fuck the jewelry. Also, when they showed Dorit handing over her credit card and it's like, will it or won't it go through? The editors really did her dirty there.
Yeah, I just thought that was hilarious. And then we have snippets throughout the episode where Amanda, she's just she's doing her bidding. She is making inroads, as they say, as kind of an annoying housewife.
Like, I wonder how these episodes would be without Amanda.
Yes.
Like, would we be getting amazing heart-to-hearts from these women?
yeah.
Like, what would the drama be? Would it be weird fake drama?
Yeah.
I actually really appreciate this kind of like petty, stupid drama because it's not a fake storyline. And it is fun to hate because Amanda is so annoying.
When she's in the car, she's
doing the voice.
And she's just like she is what's the expression?
It's like, we get it, girl. You have a job.
Well, this is what Erica says. She's like, this is not a don't try to stunt on us. This is not like, we all have businesses. And she's like, if I wanted to like listen to you do your business dealings.
100%.
She is just like flexing so hard and doing the most at all times. And it's so fun to watch.
Well, and they show her on a Zoom call with her team. And her big directive on this call is like the, CEO is to send in the email about like the vibes. Send the good vibes email. I mean, she really gives a bad name to female entrepreneurs.
Yeah. I mean, and then what is the someone
every
talks about manifesting, and then she starts talking about manifesting her husband.
But he's everything except for one thing.
And she's like, I make more than he makes in a year in a month.
In a month. Easy.
Okay.
I mean, she says something annoying every 10 seconds.
Every 10 seconds.
Like, she talks about how she loves Python and snakeskin bags. And she's like, I have a lot of them. A lot.
Like, the bragging is insane to watch.
But what's so funny about it is she's in the room with a lot of aside from Dorit and Erica, all of those women are very, very wealthy, especially Jennifer Tilly, especially Sutton and Kathy Hilton.
Mm-hmm.
These are women that are just in a different sphere. So let's not be talking about how many Chanels you have. This is not impressive to them.
I wonder if she's like, I have to prove myself that I'm just as good as they are. But I had to renovate your whole house, give it what it needed.
Yeah, I mean, but it's just so interesting because she's not even close to on their level.
Yeah, but she's like, to her, she must be like somewhat on their level.
Like, she clearly is insecure.
Yes.
And feels like she needs to prove something.
And I think when that insecurity is then turned into this like insane bragging and stunting and flexing.
Oh my gosh.
I love watching it.
No,
I love it. Like, I was like, oh, I'm glad she's here.
No, exactly. It's kind of fun to hate.
It's super fun.
At some point, I'm wondering, is she trying to actually be annoying?
That's the problem. It's like, I can't tell if she is just trying to make sure that she gives a good performance.
Yeah.
And doesn't really care if she annoys all the women in her first season.
She is 100% putting in the housewife work, bringing up all the obvious stuff.
Yes, totally. And then when she, confronts Sutton and says like, you seem like you were really mad at me.
No, she won't let the obby thing go.
Yeah. One thing about Sutton.
Yeah.
She really is the friend that is the most sensitive and fragile.
Yeah.
And whose mood like the entire dinner revolves around.
Right.
And it's getting to be kind of grating.
That's exhausting.
I'm a little over it for Sutton. It's like, and I feel bad for Jennifer Tilly yet again.
Mm-hmm.
Like, everybody is just constantly kind of evaluating Sutton's mood to like then like, it's okay.
Yeah.
Like, you're amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm over it.
No, I mean, I think Sutton brings a lot to the show. I really enjoy her as a housewife, but I would be 100% so exhausted by her as a friend.
Yeah.
So I absolutely feel for Jennifer Tilly. And Jennifer Tilly just brings so much to the show. When she says, she's like, oh, I need my face. I can't be near the barbecue and you light it. I'm an actress.
I act with my face or something.
I need my face. Or when she says, I took the lid off the guacamole. My work here is done.
She's amazing. Like,
she's so funny.
I want Jennifer Tilly at every party. I want to hear her quips.
See,
nonstop.
that's like the perfect housewife to be, which
Yeah.
is just, I'm super rich. I don't need this at all. I get to come on and just be funny,
Mhm.
but I'm never going to get mired in the drama or
Yeah.
like the muck of this.
But it sounds like she's, I don't know, at least next
I guess
next
it's
week,
true.
Kyle tells, Sutton about what Jennifer said, and we'll see.
That's
But
true. It's true.
Anyway, love Jennifer.
So good.
Okay, enough about housewives. I want to ask you one question before we conclude this episode.
Please.
You haven't posted any photos from 2016. Why haven't you?
Honestly, I go back on my camera roll and it's horrible.
It's awful.
Okay, thank you.
No, I'm like, I love her. I look at those photos and I'm like, sending you love and light, girl, but you're not getting resurrected on the internet.
I hear all the time from people like, I didn't know how pretty I was when I was younger. I have the opposite experience. I always was way more confident than I deserved to be.
Yes,
when I look
at
back
every
photos.
year.
Every year. It's so bad. It's like I want to get like whatever the White House has for protection of like their phones.
Okay.
I want to have that level of like vault security on
Your old pics.
all my old photos.
Yeah. I mean, our friend recently sent us one from 2016,
And that-
Lee. He said, if you need a photo to post from 2016. And I was like, God, no.
And Chandler said that will not see the light of day.
Absolutely not.
So yeah, that's why I haven't posted. I mean, I also just kind of I'm lazy with Instagram. Instagram feels like work to me.
Instagram does feel like work. I can appreciate that. And yeah, I don't know. I'm not really about the throwback posts.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But I enjoy viewing them of other people.
Yeah. I mean, I actually don't think I care that much, but I'm glad you do.
That's funny. No, I enjoy viewing them for sure. Okay.
You know what?
Anything else about
Well,
2016?
actually,
yeah.
if we were throwing it back to 2016, wouldn't we be starting the podcast
No. Oh, well, starting the podcast for the first time.
for the first time?
Wait, I don't think it was actually 2016 then, because that was I think it was like 2014.
No way. I was still in high school in 2014.
Oh, well, what a flex.
Okay, well,
No, because I graduated from college in 2016. So
I know.
you
I think
were-
it might have been your
what-
last year at BYU.
What was your high school graduation year? I'm so jet lagged.
2014.
Was 2014.
SCHS class of 2014.
So 2015, I think, was when we started the pod. Because it was
Even
like
more
your
embarrassing.
It was like your first year at BYU. What year were
No,
Kim
it
and
was
Co-
like my second. It was definitely my second year.
Anyway, around then.
Around then.
We
So
were starting the pod for the first
yeah.
time. Oh,
Alas.
where we'd be today if we had,
Mhm. Stuck with it.
stuck with it indeed.
Well, everyone who, joined us when we started it for the second time around in 2020, thank you for being here.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for, at whatever point you joined us, thank you for joining at all. Thank you for listening.
Mhm.
If you like this show, hey, you know what would be amazing?
Hey,
Go on over to Apple Podcasts and give us a 5-star review.
Yep.
Can I just say something?
what?
Someone got mad recently
Why?
because they said we're so political. I'm just like, what? So anyway, we need some sane people to leave some
I
reviews.
mean, yeah, or we don't even talk about anything.
Anything. We make such a point.
Maybe it was like a bot or something. Who knows?
It's not a bot.
It's because we talk about marriage and family too much. I think that's the issue.
That is, yeah, someone got mad because we were too
pro family.
We're too pro family.
Yeah.
And too, like, honestly, I think too Mormon coded. But this person said we were like not nice to Mormonism.
Oh,
And
that's why we're
also
too political.
and also not nice to Republicans. That's
Well, those are some ideas. If you don't want to leave us a 5-star review, those are some things you can say.
yeah. If you want to leave us a bad review, you could say that.
Have at it.
But if you do like this show, please leave us a review. It would mean a lot. We basically stopped begging people to leave reviews because we just stopped at some point. But it would be really nice to have
Yeah.
a fresh batch,
It's not a bad idea. It does help the show.
It absolutely helps the show. And we'll be back on Friday with a Global Elites episode. We're going to be getting into Real Housewives of Salt Lake City reunion part 2.
Mhm.
We're going to be talking about the new Karen Reed podcast that just dropped.
Lots to get into.
We're gonna talk about-
Probably Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively and Taylor Swift text
There's
messages.
so
And the
much.
Jenny Slate text
Oh my
messages.
gosh.
Yeah, absolutely. Much to discuss. All coming on Friday. See you then. Love you.
Love you guys. Bye.
Pluto TV has thousands of free movies and TV shows.
This is the mindset. Free. This is the mantra. Free. This is the mindset.
With movies like Joe Dirt, Pixels, and 50 First Dates. This is awesome. And TV shows like Survivor, SpongeBob SquarePants, The Fairly Odd Parents, and Ghosts. Pluto TV is always free.
Huzzah!
Pluto TV. Stream now, pay never.
You're welcome.